Hello everyone. A very happy new year to all of you. With a prayer that in 2024 all your noble wishes come true and 2024 brings happiness and financial independence to you and your family. Amen. Whether you are thinking of investing in YieldMax ETF for the first time or you are an advanced trader who have been investing in this ETF since beginning, this video is for you. In this video, I will start with a brief overview of YieldMax ETF, especially for those who are just thinking of investing in YieldMax ETF, and I will explain in details what YieldMax ETF is. How do YieldMax ETF generate income? How often income is distributed? Also, what does declaration date, ex-date, record date, and payment date mean? Also, since 2023 is over and it is a good time to look back and analyze the year's 2023 YieldMax ETF performance and see which one performed the best and what was the characteristics of winning trade, then we will come up with a game plan for the year 2024. I am a data person. Everything I do is data-driven, and you will see that in this video. Pure mathematical data analysis. No opinion. Just data. Hope you stick around till the end. I will provide you with all the information you need to make an informed and money-making decision on YieldMax ETF. Before I start, one request: please subscribe, like, share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. Also, disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor, neither do I recommend any trade. This video is for educational purpose only. The content provided in this video does not include financial advice, guidance, or recommendations to take, or not to take, any trades, investments, or decisions in relation to any matter. Let's take a look at it and see what the YieldMax ETF is, how it generates income, and how it is different from so many other ETFs that are out there. Let's take a look over here. These are a list of a few of the other ETFs out there. Most of the ETFs include a bucket of stocks. Like this one, it include VMware, Adobe, Oracle, Snowflakes. There are some single stocks ETF too, like Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, etc. But difference between all others and YieldMax ETFs are that in YieldMax ETFs, the funds do not invest directly in the underlying stock or ETF. YieldMax ETFs generate monthly income by pursuing options-based strategies on underlying securities. The fund generates monthly income by selling or writing call options on underlying stock. At the end of month, these income are paid as distribution to the ETF holder as of ex-dividend date. If we go to the Education tab, then click on the distribution schedule, you can see the entire 2024 schedule. There are 4 different dates here: declaration date, ex-date, record date, payment. Let me spend a minute and explain what these dates mean. The declaration date is the date on which the board of directors announces the dividend payment. Let's take a look over here. If you click on the News tab, you can see that on the declaration date before market open, the company announced the distribution per share for each YieldMax ETFs. Last month it was announced on December 6th at 8:59 a.m. The declaration date for this month is January 4th. You will see a press release from the company over here before the market opens on January 4th. Let's talk about some other dates. Ex-dividend date. An ex-dividend date is the day on which a stock trades without the benefit of the next scheduled dividend payment. Next is record date. The record date is the cutoff date used to determine which shareholders are entitled to a corporate dividend. And the last one. Payment date. It is the day the actual payments flow to the eligible shareholders. What it means is that if you want a dividend to be paid, you must buy a day before X dividend date, that is Jan 5, 2024. You must purchase the YieldMax ETF on or before January 4, 2024 to be eligible for dividend payment. And you will receive the payment on Jan 9, 2024. X dividend date is the key date. You miss this date, you miss dividend payment. Plain and simple. Let's recap whatever we did so far. We discussed what YieldMax ETF is, how income is generated, and what different date means. Now, let's do a performance evaluation of 2023. So, we learn from it. There are a total 18 active ETF. Out of 18, 4 of them have distribution rate over 50%. TSLY 60.9%. CONY 102.53%. NFLY 52.76%. SQY 98.66%. CONY and SQY are Bitcoin related. If crypto does well, both of these ETF will do good. Let's click on our ETF. You can see a window pop up with all the ticker symbols and underlying stock symbols. Let's click on the first one, which is TSLY. If you go down, you see the monthly dividend paid. Let's ignore this for a minute. I will come back to it. Going further down, here, you see the fund information. It has all the details. Fund inception date, NAV, expense ratio, shares outstanding, closing price, etc. I compiled the list of all 18 max yield ETF and fund inception date. As you can see, only TSLY and OARK is more than a year old. TSLY fund inception date November 22, 2022. OARK fund inception date November 22, 2022. Remaining 16 are newer funds. Less than a year of data. TSLY is the one which has more than a year of data. So, let's use TSLY for 2023 performance evaluation. First thing first. Let's first determine what are the factors that affect the amount of monthly distribution and NAV from YieldMax ETF TSLY. If you go to this education section and videos, it is taking time to download, sorry about that. You can see 2 videos here. Okay, this one. I will just ignore Schwab conference video for this analysis for now. Let's watch drivers of yield in YieldMax ETFs video. This one actually explains in detail about YieldMax ETF. I am not going to play it. I do not want to have a copyright issue. You can go to YieldMax ETF website and play the video. It will give you a basic idea and whatever you need to know about the YieldMax is very informative video. This will give you an idea what are some of the factors that affect the price. So this is the one that you may want to look at it couple of times to better get an understanding of it. I took some snapshot. I will show you what are those factors are. I recommend you take time to listen to that video. I didn't play because I just do not want to have a copyright issue. Let's stop at 1 minute and 13 seconds. Right at that. This is where he really explains very well what are the 4 factors that affect the price of an ETF and how it generates income. Higher they generate income, the higher the distribution will be. 4 factors that affect the price are: price of the underlying stock, distance out of the money, Time to expiration. Implied volatility. Most important of all these are implied volatility. If the volatility is high, the option premium is great. And that way they generate more income and you get more distribution. If the volatility is low, the premium is low, so the income generated is not that great, and you do not get that distribution. So one factor that I really want to take a look at is implied volatility of underlying stock. Let's do the performance evaluation of YieldMax ETF TSLY. If I would have invested $10,000 each at the first trading day of the year, what would have been the result? January 3rd was the first trading day of the year 2023. Closing price of TSLY on January 3rd was $13.39, and it closed at $11.93 on December 29th, which was the last trading day of year 2023. Price change of -10.9%. But a $9.1226 dividend was paid in 2023. Dividend paid is very consistent from month to month. There was a double-digit drop in price on YieldMax ETF share price, but a hefty dividend was paid. Investing $10,000 in TSLY would have generated a profit of $5,716.30, which is a gain of around 57.16%, not bad at all. Hope you liked the video and learned some valuable lessons. One request, please subscribe, like, share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. See you soon with some new videos. Till then, happy and profitable investing to you all.